me down.
All right, let's try Anna. What up, baby?
Hi, is it Burning Blue? Get me body and folded.
Hey, we got a winner. Look at you. You went straight to it, girl. You ain't with no conversation, nothing. You went straight to it. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You were going Sunday night in the 85 South Spin the Block Comedy Tour with DC Young Fly, Chico Bean, and Carlos Miller. You're going to be in the building, okay?
Yeah, that's what I want to do for my birthday.
When is your birthday?
November 12th.
Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
All right, if it's your birthday. I ain't want nothing. I just want to get on here, cleaning, clearing, decluttering, and also working. I be feeling the, I be feeling the notifications of when shit go down. Like you know when somebody wants something to happen to you, but you know you end up stubbing your toe, but then somebody ends up, losing a whole more than that little thing that happened to you. That's what I feel like. That notification. When you feel the notification of all the hate, you feel the notification of all the negativity, the evil eye, whatever they want to call it, whatever they want to do, whatever they think they could try, you know. But it's all right. Because, I was thinking when I was washing my face, um, we're all going to leave this place. We're all going to leave this place. So I didn't just start building my legacy now. So when people start now talking negative and trying to manipulate against my name and my legacy and my hard work and my loyalty and dedication, when people try to do that now, it's already, it's like, people gonna look at you with that cross eye because they already know, or I've already passed through there, or I've already been there, or I've already seen their faces, or they've already seen my face, or they've already seen me, or interacted with me, or saw my interaction with someone else, and they know the trueness and the pureness of my heart. I don't have to convince anybody. I stopped convincing people of my loyalty, my respect, and my love long ago. 5 years now, I should say, because I was sitting on the chair the other day and I was thinking, right? I had to prove myself to people to show them that I was loyal. I had to prove myself to people to show them that I could be trusted. I had to always prove myself, right? And that stemmed from me having to prove myself to my father. I always wanted my father to be proud of me, right? 2019, my father told me that he was proud of me, right? And when he told me, it was in a moment where I was, recording my album, this album right here. And I didn't, it's like when you don't stop to take credit and to take note of the success that you've achieved and all the struggle and the suffering that you overcome because you're so focused on being successful. You're so focused on being the better version of yourself that each day, I get up out of bed, is a new day for me to be better than the day before. It's a time for me to be the best version of myself, right? I don't live in the past. The past might the past might haunt my memories. Even if the past haunt my memories. Thank you. If you want the link, I can pin it in the rerun after I'm done. The past will haunt my memories because I can't forget. I don't have the luxury of forgetting. I have the luxury of remembering, and I always remember. Even if something, even if something slips to the back of my mind, there's gonna come a time where that same thing is gonna come full circle, and I'm gonna remember it again, like a song playing, and you hearing a certain lyric, or like somebody telling you a story, or somebody saying something to you, or you watching a movie or a TV show or a cartoon, or you listening to some random podcast or song, and boom, now the thought resurfaces and it comes back full circle to you. Like I said, I'm always going to come full circle to you. That life is not a circle, life is a spiral. You're always traveling through time, and you can always go back in time, or you could try your hardest, fight those fears in your heart to go forward in time and to see what's coming. But you may not be able to see. I can't say that for you. You might be able to see you, and you might be able to see your future, right? But for me, it's not so. I can't see me, but I can see a lot. I can see everybody else. That's why it's easy for people to discard my knowledge because I can't see my future. I can see yours. I can help you get to that level that you need to go to by coming into your life like that alien traveling to different galaxies and different worlds, right? You're a whole world, right? And I travel into your world. I know what you need to get to your next step. You won't know because you can't see your future, but I'm there, and all this stuff is happening. All this levels is you're leveling up. You're taking on things that you never took on before. You're doing things now that you didn't do last year. And 2 years ago, you were thinking about doing those things, and now I'm there, and now you're doing those things. You're able to accomplish those things. You're able to get to that level. You're able to get to that point, and boom, you get to that point, and then you change, you switch up, you get, you know, it goes to your head, right? And then you lose sight of the people around you that's closest to you because you know how to say you only hurt the people closest to you. So that normally ends up happening, and that's when I have to travel and continue to move on and go to another world, another galaxy, another being, another area, another environment that needs my energy. Like when I watch, Godzilla versus King Kong, and I was thinking about, you know, wherever I go, I'm always the light there. Wherever you go and you decide to be light, you're going to be the light. You're going to be the only one there that is light, right? And then they said that um anywhere that Godzilla goes, afterwards the place starts to thrive and it starts to become a a whole ecosystem, right? A whole ecosystem of life. And that's how you're supposed to see yourself. You're supposed to see yourself as better than who you were yesterday, right? Like I see myself as that. I stick my flag, like how that American flag is flying in the distance. I stick my flag in everybody's life because when I leave, you are going to remember, you are going to learn, and you are going to be better because I'm not in your life for no fucking reason. I don't meet nobody for no reason. You don't come across me for no reason. There's a reason why certain cars, certain people, when you're passing and they're adjacent to you or they're directly opposite of you, and there's a tree in the front of you, and you can't see that person, and you're in a car driving, and you're trying to break your neck to see that person. That person might look good or whatever, or you might, that person might be trying to see you, but there's something small and simple blocking you is because they're not supposed to be there. But if you see that person, then they might come back around later on in life, and you might be able to see that person again and realize full circle what lesson you should be learning or what blessing you should be gaining from that person you actually seeing in your life. You're always gonna meet the people again, right? You're always gonna come back to these certain places in your life, these certain things and these certain scenarios in your life that you've experienced before, but you can't come back to them and hold on to them and stay there. Like when they always show us in those movies where the superhero goes into a slumber, and they take them to a specific memory that doesn't exist, but it's a memory where they have everything that they ever wanted, but everything that they've ever wanted is somewhere in their past. It's somewhere that they can't physically get to in reality. So in that dream state, right, in that dream cast, in that dream spell, they can be there and they can be stuck there because their soul goes to that place spiritually. They can't go there physically, but if their soul goes there spiritually, that physical body withers away. So as that physical body withers away, that soul is stuck in that dream. And they always try to do that to the superhero to get them to be benched while they take over the people that's hungry, right? Like they're gonna try to attack me because you're hungry for the truth. And I'm telling you the truth and I'm not charging you for it. And if I am charging you for it, it's something that you can afford because I'm giving you something that they're actually trying to, man, I'm giving you this shit for free. I'm only charging you for my music because I'm really trying to build and do something positive with my music. I'm trying to do something positive with my podcast. And I have a lot of people that's negatively trying to affect it. in my day to day, in my actual physical body, and my spiritual astral body that y'all don't believe or y'all don't see or y'all don't want to, acknowledge because people will look at me and they will always immediately. I know this because I could feel, like I said, I could smell and I could feel energy, right? And when you're scared, it makes me sweat. It makes me uncomfortable, right? It makes me it's, even if I don't alchemize that shit, it makes me feel uncomfortable and uneasy because I know this motherfucker right next to me is scared and nervous as fuck. Like why? Like when I used to be around my friends in school and shit like that. That's why we used to do a whole bunch of shit that motherfuckers ain't really wanted to do, right? But they really no, we did a lot of shit that motherfuckers really wanted to do, but they weren't scared to do it because there wasn't that influence. It wasn't that voice in their head that said do it. It was only that fear in their head that said they couldn't do it. They said not to do it, not to this, not to that. I was always being free. So yeah, you're gonna do whatever you really want to do whenever you're around me. I'll never tell you don't do what you want to do. There's so much people around us. They used to say, "Oh, nah, oh this and oh that." I'd be like, "Man, fuck that shit. Do that shit because you want to do that shit. That motherfucker ain't gonna. That person's not gonna deal with the regret of not doing it. You are. That person's not gonna go home and deal with that thought in their head. You are. That person's not gonna have to deal with that reality of the what if. You are, right? Because like I was talking when I was talking about views from the porcelain throne. Don't tell somebody to do something just because you did it or somebody else did it. Tell somebody to do some shit because they want to do it or because it's the right thing to do. I'll never tell anybody to do anything because I did it. If it's unless it's you know my actual experiences that I know that you could implement into your life and it'll also help you in your life because I'm not here talking for me, right? I said I was gonna be on here for 10 minutes. It's 12 minutes now, and I ain't even thinking about time because I got time. But what I'm saying, let me come full circle with my message before I get off. They're gonna try to bend you. They're gonna try to get you out the way. It's gonna be it's gonna be it's gonna be in such a way that only you know what's going on, and the people around you aren't supposed to know, right? It's supposed to be for you to know and for them to find out, right? They're gonna try to bend you. They're gonna try to sit you down. They're gonna try to do whatever it takes to get you out the way, so that whoever it is that is near to you and dear to you and in your proximity that you influence or you shine your light on like the sun do to the planets, right? Whatever solar system that you have around you in your environment, however the animals feel about you. If you have a bunch of trees up that attracts the hummingbirds, they're gonna want to cut the trees down that attract the hummingbirds. If you got a bunch of beautiful flowers, they're gonna want to come and spray weeds, call themselves trying to kill the weeds, but they intentionally trying to kill the flowers, which is gonna ultimately dim and nip at your light, right? Like one mosquito bite ain't gonna bother you, but then you get like five of them motherfuckers, and then you itching all over your body. So now you got, all right, now I'm gonna get up and go to fucking side. So it's like that. They're gonna want to bench you. They're gonna want to sit you down. They're gonna want to do everything that they can, right? But you gotta understand, you're gonna only get the notifications of what they're trying to do to you. So you might only get a couple mosquito bites, right? But then you're gonna be aware that a mosquito is flying around you, and as soon as that motherfucker land on you, black, you're gone, right? Clap your hand and drop like mosquito, right? My father used to tell me clap 3 times. You can't just do it whatever you want to do. I don't give a fuck who listening and go and try to do the clap 3 times. You're gonna clap 3 times and the ceiling gonna fall on your head. You're gonna clap 3 times and the ground gonna fall from beneath you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do what I say. Don't do it because I say. Well, like my father used to tell me, don't do as I do, do as I say. Oh man. But they're gonna try to bench you. They're gonna try to sit you down. They're gonna try to get you out the way. You're only gonna get the notifications of what they're trying to do to you, right? Like you're gonna be so protected. They're gonna want you to break a leg when you go and perform. They're gonna want you to break an arm or break or whatever when you go and perform, but you might stub your toe. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna give you so much fucking passion to take like you know to take more purposeful steps, right? To not only watch where you're going, right, but to step with respect and step with purpose and be more appreciative for your leg, right? They want you to break a leg because maybe you're not appreciative of your feet. Maybe you're not appreciative of the fact that you can walk for as long as you can possibly walk for until your legs give out. And that's probably never going to happen because you're going to be able to take a break, sit the fuck down, and get back up and start walking again. And your legs going to be a lot more stronger. So they're going to try to bench you. They're going to try to sit you down. You can't be happy, right? That's why my last relationship, it had to go, right? Because we were too fucking happy. So they couldn't fucking see that shit. I was posting that shit on the fucking internet. I changed the world. So they had to attack the person closest to me and get into her head, right? Because women are easily manipulated mentally. Men aren't too manipulated mentally, especially if you got to think. If you got a man that thinks, and I'll overthink. I will overthink my overthought, and I will keep thinking again, right? Because my father beat into my ass and into my mind. Think before you speak, because I used to always just do and say before I thought about it and before I even worried about the repercussions. That's why I'm so spontaneous, right? I'm careful and I think before I speak and I think before I act. But when I do something, it's gonna be very spontaneous, right? It's gonna just be off inspiration, right? Soon y'all gonna see y'all can't replace me. 'Cause I'm the blueprint. Y'all just been tracing me. Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cooked and raw with the Brooklyn boys. For one last time, I need y'all to raw. What the hell are you waiting for? After me, it's gonna be much more. I heard Jay Z say that after me won't be no more. I was like, nigga, I'm here and I'm in this shit. So it's gonna be one more after you. That's how I saw it, right? Like Jay Z's forever gonna be my favorite rapper. But 50 Cent, the first rap I ever heard. So that's like it's like he's the grandfathered in to my top five that are alive because he's the one that, pause, pop my cherry to rap music and hip hop, rap, pop, all that stuff, right? If it wasn't for 50 Cent, I wouldn't know what rap is. If it wasn't for 50 Cent, I wouldn't know what hip hop is. If it wasn't for 50 Cent, I wouldn't know what New York is, right? And if it wasn't for my dad getting the album and playing it and us, spending that time cleaning the house together and stuff like that, I wouldn't know about it either. So I appreciate all that. Everything that I am grateful for because whatever happened in my life, it didn't happen to me, it happened for me. That's why I could be on here right now and be so fearless and not have to watch my back like a motherfucking lion. Just sit there. I could use my ears and be very fair, very aware of all that's around me. While I'm still talking and while I'm still focused and channeling, I can still be focused and aware of everything that's happening around me. So they're gonna want to bench you. They don't want to see you happy. So they're gonna want to do anything that they can to sit you down and get you out the way so that they could manipulate the minds of the people that you're trying to influence, manipulate the minds of the people that you're there to free, manipulate the mind of the people that you're there to build as a community, right? So they're gonna want to do that. They're gonna want to make you sick. They're gonna want to poison you. They're gonna want to spiritually affect you. They're gonna want to do all that stuff that they think is gonna affect you. But as long as you got your heart and you're pure in your intentions and you know you only gonna get the notifications for whatever the fuck they trying to do. And ain't nothing that they gonna do, ain't nothing that they gonna try is ever gonna affect you, and ain't no way you're gonna die. And as long as you get up the next day, no matter even if you tell motherfucking Most High you don't want to get up, you get up the next day, you're gonna forget that you even told the motherfucking Most High you don't want to get up because this shit too hard, this shit too tough. You gonna get the fuck up. Why? Because you the motherfucking strongest soldier. You the strongest soldier. That's why you're gonna get up. You're gonna get up and you're not gonna think about you not wanting to get up. Something gonna happen. The whole day gonna be nice and laughing, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, I forgot I said I didn't want to get up today. I forgot I said I ain't even want to make it to make it to tomorrow. I forgot I said ain't gonna be no more tomorrows for me because I'm tired of this shit. They doing all this motherfucking shit. They attacking me. They did and all I fucking see is fucking like literally if you can bear with me, right? Picture this. Imagine this. A little bit of clouds around you, and you can literally see giants, male figures or female figures, whatever you want to figure. They wearing crowns, whatever they want to wear, but they sitting there laughing at you, crying about the shit that you crying about. And while they laughing at you, you know that they laughing at you. You probably got your head down and you like, oh fuck y'all, this, that, and the third, right? But as you see them laughing at you, you realize who's laughing at you, and you realize why they laughing at you, and you start laughing with them because this shit, this shit ain't that fucking hard. It might be a little bit overwhelming sometimes because the flesh is weak, right? The flesh is weak, but the spirit and the soul is willing. So you're gonna see your angels or whatever. You're gonna imagine them laughing at you. You're gonna imagine them over there, you know, just sitting there cracking up at you, crying about, oh, this is hard, oh, this is this and this is that. But then boom, you get through every fucking situation that you're crying about. You overcome all the struggles and the suffering that you be going through, and then you get to another level and you plateau, and then you realize, damn, I plateaued, and I thought I wasn't even seeing my breakthrough. So that's why they be sitting there laughing at you. You seeing them laughing at you, and then at first you're gonna be like, "Ah, fuck y'all niggas, y'all laughing at me. Y'all could do something about this shit. Y'all sitting there, blah blah blah." And then you start realizing, damn, I overcame this shit. I'm stronger than this shit. I'm finding motivation. I'm getting myself up. I'm getting myself motivated again. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing what I said I was gonna do. I'm here to get all the shit that I said I'm here to get, and I'm gonna fucking get that shit. And while I'm getting it, I'm not gonna be kicking nobody down. I'm not gonna be stomping on nobody. I'm gonna be having a good fucking time. Anybody that try to stop me, they're gonna get their legs cut off. They ain't even gonna get to me. They're gonna get their legs cut off. It's not by me, because I'm gonna be so in my knowing. I'm gonna be dancing so freely in the fire. They're gonna see me sitting there like, ah, this motherfucker dancing. This motherfucker in fire. He getting burnt up. They're gonna get closer and closer and closer. They're gonna realize this motherfucker is not burning up in the fire. He's dancing in the fire. What the fuck is we gonna do? This motherfucker dancing in the fire, and we thought he was burning up, but he was just flailing his hands in the air like a motherfucker. Oh man, you gonna get the notifications, but you ain't gonna get sat down. I'm in the game, coach. Yeah, that's why the wind blowing so hard. Every time the wind start kicking up, I always feel my energy high, y'all. If y'all know, y'all know. I already put that in one of my stories, and I slipped up and I told y'all. But if y'all know, y'all know. As soon as I start getting hyped, you know, the wind start blowing and shit. And every time the wind start blowing and shit, I start getting hyped. Why? Because I'm literally connected with the earth. I'm connected, and I'm plugged in. I'm the bridge. Okay. If there's the element that's connecting the earth and the upper realms together, is a person in there in the middle that's connecting that alignment. That's me. That's me, my brothers and sisters of the light. We come together and we form a synthetic Merkaba, and we make a little. Dang, I can't think of the name right now, right? But we make that element that connects that we make that element that makes that connection that forms that alignment. God damn, we're the bridge, okay? Shit, we the reactor to we the coolant to the reactor. Without us, y'all wouldn't know shit. Y'all would only be thinking about a whole bunch of shit, and then y'all would be doing what y'all are told to do. But we here to tell y'all to do what y'all want to do. I'm here to tell you to do whatever the fuck you want to do. Anybody tell you to do any different? I lost my last account saying what, but I ain't gonna say it. Anybody telling you what to do, right? and is not telling you doing what you want, don't listen to them. Just don't listen. You don't have to listen to them. They don't. You don't owe them nothing. If you wanna scare yourself into doing what you want to do now, see yourself in a hospital bed at a ripe old age, talking to whoever's there. If you have children, maybe you don't, right? Because when I do that shit and I think about, seeing myself at a ripe old age, I don't see myself next to no children because I don't have children. I can't see my future. I can only think about and manifest and all this other stuff, but with other people, I'm able to be more clairvoyant on it. I can see and sense and smell and like I'm just always in that meditative state to feel and to be in that sensitive because I'm sensitive. So my senses is always on 10. My senses is always heightened, right? It's not gonna be it's not gonna be like how it was, right? When it was used to flare up my anxiety, right? When it was used to flare up my reactive state instead of my responsive state, right? So I had to learn. I had to go through I had to go through wanting to be alone, not wanting to be alone, accepting that I'm gonna be alone, embracing that I'm gonna be alone, and then celebrating my aloneness. Because in my aloneness, I realized that I'm not alone at all. I'm me, baby. I'm in the best company I could ever be in, as long as I'm me and I'm with myself and I'm here in my heart, I'm here in my mind, I'm here in my soul, right? I'm me. I'm always gonna be good. I'm always gonna be in the best company because why? I'm always connected to the Most High. I'm always connected to the source. I'm plugged into the ground, so I'm always grounded. I don't got to take my shoes off. I'm floating and sitting in heaven. I ain't got to die to get there, right? That's why I'm on here telling y'all this shit for free. Because all the motherfuckers that's charging you money, they're gonna die too. And I don't want to say too. See, every time I say certain things, I know my video gonna get lost in the algorithm. YouTube ain't gonna show people my videos. They gonna just scroll past it because y'all gonna think that this is just another person that's just talking because I'm not charging. But that's okay. Because when I start charging, that's gonna be the time that I don't need y'all donations. That's gonna be the time I don't want y'all donations because it's gonna be already too late. And the information that I'm gonna be giving out at that time, the influencers, the creators, the tarot readers, they're not gonna be able to tell y'all what's going to go on and what's going to be happening. They're not gonna be able to read no cards no more. They're not gonna be able to see the future no more because we abuse the gift of foresight by being afraid of it and using it to manipulate others. And we use the past as a tool and a tactic to keep people stuck in the present moment. When I tell y'all, live purposely for tomorrow, they keep telling y'all, enjoy the moment and live in the moment. I'm not saying don't enjoy the moment, but I'm telling y'all, don't live in the moment. Because if you live in the moment, you will be living in the past because every moment is fleeting. Like every single second that I'm on here is fleeting. I was only supposed to be on here for 10 minutes. It's fucking 30 minutes that I'm on here. I'm going. I'm getting off. I'm gonna land my plane. It's gonna come full circle. Don't let they're not gonna be able to sit you down. But you will jam your thumb. You will stub your toe. You won't break your hand. You won't break your foot. You won't die because you're gonna regroup and multiply, right? I forgot what Tupac said. Uh, but that's okay. I know what Tupac said. It's that song with him and Biggie. It's a lot of songs with him and Biggie. It don't matter how you try, niggas never die. We just retaliate with hate, then we multiply. See me striking on the block, hitting corners, mobbing like a motherfucker, living how I wanna. And ain't no stopping at the red lights, the sideways, motherfucker. Crime, hey, that's the end of it. But I miss Biggie and Tupac, yo. For real, for real. But I tell y'all, no matter how they try to take Superman down, he come back stronger. No matter how they try to take Thor down, he come back stronger. No matter how they try to take the Hulk down, come back stronger. No matter how they try to take the Avengers down, come back stronger. No matter how they try to take the Justice League down, come back stronger. But we Galactic Justice League. We back and we are stronger. And we already know who's who, and we already know how they're gonna come at you. So that's why we here to guide. We ride on purpose, in spite of all the fallen souls.